What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel and the Morning Movie Chat. I am your host, Trinity. Happy 420, everybody. That's right, guys. We've made it. We've made it this far into April, and that's right, it's the 20th, and you know what that means. It means a lot of things, doesn't it? I think it does. A lot of occasions happening today. Lots of reasons to celebrate. I guess you could say it just depends on, I guess, really what you're into, if you're into all that or not. Anyway, guys, I hope you're all having a very good day. Today I wanted to start off the top talking about Trolls World Tour. I did finally get a chance to watch this movie. Just yesterday we went ahead and rented it. Wife was off. I went ahead and kind of took the day off, and we rented Trolls World Tour and sat down and watched it yesterday. And I'm not sure if you guys saw the first Trolls movie, but I gotta tell you, the first Trolls movie was actually pretty good. It was pretty decent. Like, for me, like, I like the music in it. I like, the story, everything that happens, and it was actually a pretty good movie. Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake, pretty much headlining thing. In this world tour, they've got, God, what's her name? Rachel Bloom playing as like the heavy metal troll. Ron Funches comes back. Isn't that his name? Funches comes back to reprise his role as that funny looking troll. He goes off to save his to meet his family because he finds out that he's from a different tribe of trolls. They have the different trolls. They've got the funk trolls. They've got the pop trolls. They've got the metal trolls. What else? The rock trolls. God, who else do they have? They had the country trolls. Sam Rockwell comes is in it. He's a bounty hunter known as a yodeler. Sam Rockwell, he's an awesome actor, man. He's great. I got to tell you, this movie, it has its funny parts in it. Nowhere near as good as the first. Not as heartfelt of a story. Even the whole, like, I would say, like, the first 20-30 minutes, almost maybe the first half of the movie, felt empty. I didn't feel the heart in it. I wasn't really taken into the movie. It seemed like they also tried to cram too much music and mishmash too many different styles right there at the beginning with the movie. In case you didn't watch the first one really did focus on a lot of great songs where they took old songs and kind of redid them and things like that. It was a really great movie. The first Trolls film was really good. I really like it. Watched it a lot with my kids because I have kids that range in age from 5 to 10, and you got to think a couple years ago they were a little bit younger. So I watched that movie a lot. Listen to that soundtrack a lot. Yeah, it was a pretty good soundtrack. I like the songs and everything they're on. It's not bad. It's not bad. But this one, like I said, the first half of it just seemed to, I wouldn't even say that it moves slow, but just the way the story built up and the way everything was going, it would just, it didn't grab me in. It just wasn't, it didn't suck you in the same way that first movie did. And then, like I said, even with all the music, the different things they were trying, it just wasn't as heartfelt. Then we see they all go off on their adventures and trying to save music, if you will. Poppy wants to meet the rock troll who is trying to take over. They have these strings that separate all. There's 6 different strings. There's 6 different main tribes, and they all have a string that they guard to. They had this thing, and they all took their separate strings because everybody was fighting because Pop was trying to ruin everything. In case you haven't watched this movie, I gotta tell you, you know what? Don't watch this movie. Don't watch it with your kids. Don't watch it with your mother. Don't watch it with your grandfather. It's gonna make them roll over in their graves because Trolls World Tour is woke. We have a male troll who gives birth to his own troll. I can't let my kids watch this. I can't believe they would put this in a movie. No, there was a lot of funny stuff in here. Like I said, they try to pull some jokes and everything that were going on throughout the film. Some of them just kind of felt like a lot of the jokes fell flat, and again, the music kind of just fell flat throughout most of it. Towards the end, towards, I guess the middle end of the movie, it kind of started to get a little bit better. Kind of grabbed me in a little more. There was a little bit more heartfelt moments. By the time they kind of got into the seriousness of everything that was going on. I thought that was kind of cool, and obviously this movie plays on a lot of tropes out there, for different things going on out there, like in different movies and stuff like that. Altogether, it was an okay film, nowhere near as good as the first film. If you like the first one, see it. If you got kids that want to see it, see it. It's $20. You get it for 2 days. You can sit there, watch it as much as you want for 2 days. So, the $20, is it worth it? Yeah, probably so, because, to take my family, it's going to cost more than $20 anyway. But especially by the time you add in snacks and all that stuff. So altogether, the movie itself, it was decent, not a bad film, not a great film, nowhere near as good as the first. But again, what movie is, and how you gonna and honestly, I got to tell you, it's hard to live up to what that first Trolls movie was, because it was actually really good. So yeah, it was decent, but that's gonna go ahead and take me into the next thing that I wanted to talk about today, and that was, like, will these movies releasing on streaming start to affect theaters, and are theaters going to be opening back up? It seems like we're hearing that a lot of them are in trouble. But let's go ahead and get into the live chats and see what's up with everybody here. Snowdub Music and Entertainment says 420. What's up, Wayne? Wayne White, my brother, says hi. Yeah. Yeah, man. I went ahead and started today with a wake and bake. I pretty much do that every morning anyway. Then I got started. I had took some of my supplements, some of my pre-workout stuff, and then I went out to the garage, got one hell of a workout in. Punished myself. It hurt, and then that's why I was a little late here getting the stream started and everything. It was supposed to start at 8:05, but man, I'm telling you, I had to get coffee ready, man, because I was gonna be dead. Yesterday for my Patreon supporters, I actually went. It wasn't just for them. I was like, hey, watch me work out. I did a live stream where I was basically out in the garage, and they got to watch me work out, and nobody watched that shit. Nobody wants to watch me work out. But if you go in there and see, I was punishing myself. It hurt. I got done working out. I felt sick. I literally felt sick. I felt like I was gonna puke. I didn't feel good for a couple hours, because I had to recover and everything. I pushed that hard, and that's when you know that you've done it right. Right? Because this morning I feel great. Went out, I got my PAP upper in today. I'm telling you, it's a great day. A great day to celebrate. After I get done here, I'm going to go celebrate a little more. Then I'm going to go for another nice bike ride for about an hour. I'm going to celebrate a little more, and then maybe, just maybe, I'm going to go set up my truck somewhere, and I'm going to go out there and sell some snacks, because it's 420, and I can guarantee you there's a whole bunch of people in this valley that have the munchies, and they're going to need munchies to munch on, and I'm going to go out there and provide them with that. If you don't know about that, there's links down in the description. You can go see what I do. My business. It's called the Peanut Peddler. I go to a bunch of local businesses and stuff. It's cool. It's fun. It's great because you know what it does? It gets me in contact with a lot of people in my local community. A bunch of awesome people. You know what it's almost like? It's almost like being here on YouTube and hanging out with all you awesome folks. Fanjecture is here. Thank you so much for being here. Captain Pennsylvania. What is up, my brother? Mike W. Rogers, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Hey, I saw your comment on my video from Friday. That was hilarious, man. But yes, you gotta ease the tension, baby. You gotta ease the tension. LB from the Lonely Banter, what's up? Jenner, check that like button, absolutely. Snowdub, I found some great. I'm gonna have to get some screenshots of some great Jenner texts, dude. You're gonna love them. Got 2 ads. Real YouTubers watch the full ads. Nice. There's 2 ads already? Jeebus. That's crazy. Oh, can't forget my guy Trinity. What's up, Cap? How you doing? Stormbreaker821, my brother. How are you doing? I need more chicken nuggets. How are you? Let's see. You're the MVP, isn't it? Like 4 a.m. there? Yeah. Oh, man. Where you at, Stormbreaker? 4 a.m. Shoot, you must be... Man, 4 a.m. You must be... Are you in Australia? Mike Porter, thank you for being here. Bad Wolf Ops, how are you doing? Weirdos make 20 videos about it. Absolutely. Over easy mode. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well this morning. Guys, you need to go check out Over Easy Mode's channel. He's been doing some great damn videos. He's been doing some great damn videos, and I really highly suggest you go check him out, especially if you're into art and just like anime and things like that. You should definitely go check out his channel. He's been doing some really great fire videos over there. I like him. I really do like him. You should definitely go check his stuff out. A Fanjexter says, first Trolls was a big pleasant surprise, was fun and had heart. New one lacked heart and the songs weren't as well chosen. It was better the second time I saw it, but it's basically Infinity War and Endgame. Oof. That is, I want to say that's kind of an okay analogy, but also that's kind of a low blow to Endgame and Infinity War. I will say that you're right. Like, to me, I would say it's like I would say it's more like the Lego Movie, and then the Lego Movie, the second part, like that. Because the Lego Movie came out, and then shortly after that, we got that Batman Lego Movie, and that was like the best Lego Movie there was. Then we got Ninjago, and then they went on and they did, wasn't it? Isn't that the order it went in? And then they did Lego Part Two, the second part. I would say it's more like that. Infinity War and Endgame is a little unfair because Infinity War and Endgame they're good movies. They're good movies. And what's Infinity slash War Endgame? Which I'm kidding. But yeah, it was. I think I'm not sure necessarily that that the wrong songs were chosen. It's just the mishmash and the way they did all of it. They didn't allow the songs to come in and really get felt and really resonate with the audience. But I think you're right. I do think you're right. It was fun and had heart. I mean, I think that it was kind of fun enough, and some of the heart stuff came there towards the end. But yeah, altogether it wasn't too bad. You're still an MVP, bro. um, What's up to all my friends in the chat, says Snowdub. How are you doing? Winter Soldier greater than the first Avenger, says the Lonely Banter. Yeah, I think it is. Winter Soldier is definitely greater than the first Avenger, certainly. Um, but don't get me wrong, I like the first Avenger. The first Avenger is a good movie. I'm guessing you're meaning Captain America: The First Avenger, not the first Avengers film. But yeah, the Winter Soldier is better than the first Avengers, or the first Avenger. Although the one thing I like about the first Avenger is we got really like all that setup there. We got Red Skull. We got Dr. Arnim Zola, Hail Hydra. We got that sham Howard Stark. We got Tommy Lee Jones. Ooh. And how could we forget? We got Haley Atwell in there as Agent Carter. Ooh. Haley Atwell as Agent Carter, man. She's beautiful. She's a very beautiful woman, is she not? And then as her playing Agent Carter in that series and everything. Damn, I loved that series. Plus, it was just it was a well done series anyway. But Haley Atwell. Yeah. I gotta say, I actually like Sharon Carter as well, but that's a totally different story. Good morning, Zach Pope. Thank you for being here. Over Easy Mode says theaters are done. This is the end of movies as we know it. I don't think so. We'll get into that though. Hashtag bicep reveal this July. Right? Puke is pride. Yes. If you haven't ever puked on your partner while you're at Pride, you're just letting the best things in life pass you by. That is what you meant, right? Yeah. Trinity got his PAP in today. Yes, I did get my PAP in today. What PAP stands for is post activation potentiation. What it is you load and explode. Well, you can go watch the video, Fanjexer. You're in there. You'll be able to see it. But like today, what I had to do is you get down in there in a plank position. You do some rows with some weights. You do a push up, and that's it. And then row, push up, row, push up, and then you do that with some weights. Like I was using 25s today, and then after you do that 10 times, and you get down and you do some plyo push-ups, then you go into you got like a sequence of 4 movements you got to do, and then you do it 4 times. So basically, you're doing 16 exercises in once. But like yesterday's was a lower body workout, and I'm telling you, dude, I was so beat. I need to start my celebration. Go start it, man. I lurk Second Street's workout streams. Hell yeah. Nice. Um. Uh. Trinity looked like he was going to die working out yesterday. Dude, I'm telling you, like, when I got done, I felt like I was gonna die. I felt like I was gonna die. Seriously, like I was. Dude, I'm telling you, I got done. I wanted to puke. If I would have had anything to puke up, I probably would have puked. I felt bad. I didn't feel good until like when I did that, when I did the Patreon exclusive live stream yesterday, I was starting to feel normal again. Perp, happy 420. What's up, my brother? Listening at work on my dial-up network. Yes, guys, if you're not already, subscribe to Snowdub Music and Entertainment. Go check out his channel. Go subscribe. Go check out Kermit the Log. Go check out his Snow's sister Megs as well. Go check out their channels. Great stuff. They do a show every Saturday called the Ribbit, Bigot, and Blonde Show. Yeah, this Saturday I had the pleasure of being on there this past Saturday, along with another special guest, Kali Hond, and I gotta tell you, it was a damn laugh riot. I was still laughing about it yesterday. It was hilarious. Hilarious. And it's always a good time to get together with my good friends, the good puppets out there known as the Cotton Connection. You should definitely go and check them out. You can search that here on YouTube, I'm sure. Go check out hashtag Cotton Connection. You'll find it in there somewhere. James, what's up, my brother? How are you doing? Stormbreaker says Belgium. No, oh, dude. Fuck yeah, Belgium, bro. That's where all the fucking hardcore cyclists are from, bro. Like, the cyclists that come from Belgium, them are like real fucking men, bro. Though there's, like, cyclists in Belgium are like hockey players and Canadians, like, and Russians, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, like, Belgium is where the fucking hardcore cyclists come from, my brother. Damn. You're almost in like the homeland and shit. Awesome though. Awesome. Belgium, huh? Crazy. Crazy. How's the weather over there? I know because it's going from spring to summer right now, or from winter to spring right now. I wonder how it is over there in Belgium. Nice. James, thank you for being here. Over Easy Moose says, oh, thank you, Trinity. Nah, man, seriously, like, your videos are really good, man. They really are. Come on, gotta collect all the strings to put in one guitar to take over the world. Gotta collect all the stones to put on one gauntlet and take over the world. Okay, yeah, I guess they did. You're right. They did rip that off. Okay, you got me there. You got me there. And I gotta say one other thing, too. Why does it have to be the heavy metal troll? Why does it gotta be the rock troll that's the bad guy? That's not, like, that's the wrong perception. If anything, it should have been the rock troll bringing all the people together. Not the fucking pop troll. We even seen in the movie how the pop trolls were just like all those evil white people appropriating everybody's culture. Should have been the metalheads bringing everybody back together, damn it. Not trying to break them apart. But ultimately, that's what she did. Anyway, they just made her look evil. Figures. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. Anyway. Sorry. James, what's up, man? Adrian, how you doing? Great, bro. Off today after 3 days. Well, today after 3 days off, nice. Cap has the best solo movies. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I think his are the best ones. Right after that is Iron Man. Right after that is well, I don't know. Cause I like Ant-Man, man. I love the Ant-Man movies. Hashtag the Stark Sham. Yes, give it up for Cap. Hashtag Team Cap. I'm there with you. It's been 0 days since Trinity said the Stark Sham. I didn't say it yesterday. Did I? I might have. It's like, I'm gonna get that shit tattooed on me. I'm gonna get like this. I'm gonna, right under here under Goku, I'm gonna get the Stark Sham. Stark Sham. Maybe that's what I've been saving this forum for. I'm just gonna get the Stark Sham right there. I'm gonna have a little picture of Tony Stark. I'm gonna have a picture of Arnim Zola right up here. Bam! Saying, Hail Hydra. Damn, Stark's holding us back. I know, absolutely. Hank always said never trust a Stark. Who are you? I like Sharon Carter better than Peggy. I think like as the character or just like as I don't know like I like Peggy Carter, like, just like she tickles my fancy a little bit more, but I do like Sharon Carter as well, definitely. Captain America: The Winter Soldier is the best MCU movie story wise. I can agree with that. I'll agree with that for now. I'll agree. I won't push back on that. Yeah, I can agree with that. Neon Sci-Fi, thank you for being here. Says Marvel needs to recast Deborah Ann Woll in something. She too good to not be in any movie. Deborah Ann Woll. Who's Deborah Ann Woll? Deborah Ann Woll. I feel like I should know this. I feel like I should know this. Um, the lonely, what's it? Oh man, oh man, oh man. It looks like the lonely banter went Trump mode, huh? Wow. I know, right? What is this Mickey Mouse shit? All right? What the Oh, oh man. Okay. Deborah and Wool. Oh, yeah. 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 She needs to be in something. Yeah, beautiful actress, and she's actually pretty good too. She's actually pretty good too. I thought she was great in the Daredevil series. I'm not like the hugest fan of that Daredevil series, but I would like to see her in something because she is a pretty good actress. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Actually, I have a friend that I guess not really grew up with, but like, here in my when I was once I became a young man and I was living out here in California, I have a friend that looks a lot like that actress, a lot like her. Troll, he came. Troll, he came in as Zach Pope earlier. Oh, really? Oh, dang it. Is this LB approved, or am I gonna have to handle a troll? Oh man, that's funny. Um, Dang it. Who timed out the lonely banter? That's the homie right there, man. You can't time out the lonely banter. You can't shut a lonely man down. What's going on here? Whiskey Stills and Tumbleweeds, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. And I hope you're all doing well today here on this 420, considering everything going on with the pandemic. Hopefully, well, if everybody celebrates, we could just get the whole world high and, everything would be fine, right? Everybody could relax for a little bit, instead of going crazy, pulling their nose hairs out and making videos about butter. Did you guys catch the Trailer Park Live on Friday? Oh man, it was a good time. But yeah, if you're out there making videos about butter, you know that you've got nothing else to talk about. You've hit the ultimate, like you've hit the lowest of all lows, the bottom of all bottoms. The barrel doesn't have anything left in it. Matter of fact, the barrel is all dry and it's kind of got that little stain in the bottom of it. You know what I mean? So you get your towel out and you kind of wet it a little bit to kind of get the little residue left off. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah, like, and then it's all clean and that's where it's at. That's where things come down. That's where you're at when you have to make videos about butter. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just a damn messenger. All right, I'm just a damn messenger. Yeah, there's a fake lonely banter, man. You didn't see him? He's got Trump. He's got Trump up there. He's got Trump as his what do you call it, avatar, which is cool, man. Because you know what, I always knew you as I kind of took you as a Trump supporter, LB. I kind of took you as a Trump supporter. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Lonely man still living rent free. Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Ooh, ooh, happy 420. Save an extra 10% off every donation today only from Sacred Garden. Hmm. Gotta love them churches out there, right? They're a church. But yeah, LB, you made it, man. You made it. You now, you now got a sock account, dude. I'm so late because of work, but what's up, everybody? Burke the nerd, thank you so much for being here. Hope you're doing well. So late because of work. Hey, man, at least you're working. You know, there's a whole lot of people out there that aren't able to work because we're not gonna get into that. But we know why, and that's a shame. That's a shame. Hopefully soon everybody can get back to work as soon and as safe as possible. But yeah, the next thing I wanted to talk about, guys, with the Trolls World Tour, you know, we talked a little bit about that already. I want to go ahead and talk into the next thing I want to talk about here is I want to talk about, you know, Trolls World Tour. This was like the first of these movies that was supposed to release at theaters and made its premiere at home, you know, on streaming. Now there was other movies that had done this that weren't that had already debuted at the theater and were released on the streaming service as the theaters closed down. You know, this was something that the what is it? The National American Theater Owners. They're like NATO, but it's not NATO, but like the National American Theater Owners Association, some crap like that. Um, Came out and made a statement about Universal and how the theater owners are never gonna forget that Universal ended up cutting them out of this deal this one time. And then, you know, a lot of people were kind of like, ooh, you know, and seeing all these movies that are coming out on streaming, a lot of people now are saying, oh, they need to release Black Widow, they need to release Wonder Woman, and all these things. And we've been talking about this for weeks, about these things releasing to streaming services. And will this do away with the theater experience? If you've been watching my channel, you know, you know that I've been saying that I believe quite the contrary. I think that what it's gonna do is it's gonna make studios think about. It's going to make them think more about what movies they want to release at movie theaters as opposed to just doing away with theater releases. I think it's going to make them think a lot harder about that. Because like this Trolls World Tour, apparently on its basically its opening weekend debut, it didn't do the best, but it's still, I think hear the numbers. I was listening to Campy. I think he said it did near half its numbers that the original did at the theater on this home release thing. And I gotta say, that's probably not too bad. That's probably not too bad for this movie. I honestly think that this Trolls World Tour is one of those movies. This is one of those movies that it might have been better for doing a at-home streaming release like this anyway, as opposed to doing the full release. Now the thing is does that mean that they should do it like they did it, where it's a release where you pay $20 and you get to rent it for 48 hours, and then, you know, 3-4 months down the line, you have to purchase it on digital for, you know, the other $20-$25, however much it costs through your streaming service? Should they do that? You know what I mean? Or, you know, the thing is this isn't ever going to replace theaters. Theaters are not going to go under. Because, and here's the reason why I've been saying that, is the same thing to do with the comic books, is we've had streaming services for several years now. You know, this is an avenue that studios have had for some years to just release movies straight onto streaming services. And let's not act like they haven't done that. They've done, studios have done direct to DVD, direct to VHS, direct to home releases for years. For years. And theaters are still open. They still premiere movies. So I don't think the theater experience is going anywhere, but I do really believe, and let me know what you guys think about this, I do really believe that this whole situation will make a lot of studios, if you want to consider as many as there are a lot, will make them seriously think about what movies they want to release at the theater as compared to doing a home release like this. Because some of the movies, like I think a Trolls World Tour, it probably has more potential doing a release like it did than it does at the theater, because they're going to spend more money advertising it for a theatrical release than they would for the home release. Now the other thing comes into that though, is what kind of marketing do they need to spend for a movie like that if you're going to be releasing it straight to digital with a release like that, as opposed to doing a theatrical release? Do they need to put as much money into the marketing and everything? I think the honest answer is yes. I mean, maybe not as much and get as many of those spots out, but definitely with like the online advertising, like through Voodoo and stuff like that you see, you end up seeing on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all those they still need to utilize. Do they need to spend all the big budgets? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, honestly, like if they had the movie ready to go, I mean, how tough is it to cut together a trailer? You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to toot my horn or anybody else's horn out there on YouTube, but there's plenty of people out here that we see on YouTube that could take a movie and you get a couple clips and you can play it to one of the songs in there, and you can make it an easy damn trailer just like on your phone. You know what I mean? So it's not like they have to spend big budgets if they want to do stuff like that, but I do think they would still have to do some sort of advertisements for doing things like that. Definitely. Oh man, we got Second Street Marvel in the house. What's up, man? You know what? Like, you guy that's making the accounts. It's okay to just make your own account and come in here into the chats and hang out with us. It's okay. We're accepting of you. We'll let you come in here and hang out with us. We'll let you speak your mind. We'll let you say your piece. It's all good. It's okay. Yeah. It's all good. But like coming in and like impersonating, the President Donald Trump or the lonely banter and stuff, like, you don't have to do all that. It's too much effort. It's too much effort. Just make it. There you go. There you go. Just like Mioshia Henderson here. Just make a profile, come in and hang out and talk. It's all good. You don't have to impersonate one of us. You don't have to impersonate the president. You don't have to impersonate the lonely banter or me. We'll happily have you in here and talk with you. And you can hang out with us. It's all good. It's all good. You can come and hang out with. You can be cool here. You're welcome here. We don't mind even if you're being a jerk. It's all cool. You just don't have to impersonate any of us. You can even be an asshole. That's okay. I'm okay with opposing opinions and all that stuff. That's just fine. But you don't have to impersonate anybody. Just be yourself, bro. That's the easiest and that's the best thing. If you're ever on YouTube, if you're ever on YouTube, especially if you ever decide to become a content creator, just be yourself. Just be yourself. I kind of feel like I have to do this. This is my hand on your shoulder. It's not your fault. 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 You can come in here and hang out with us, I'm telling you. Just be yourself. Be yourself. That's all you gotta do. It's all good. We'll let you hang out. We'll let you hang out. Get on that 3rd Street, DC. I don't know how you do that voodoo that you do. Oh, talking about the first rule to impersonating me is this: say, bruh, bruh, right. Now you gotta be like, bruh, bruh. Guys, I want to be straight. I'm a man, baby. Oh man, the only straight I care about, Mike, is can you shoot straight? Yes, definitely. He says I'm gonna cry. Oh man, did you ask permission to touch his shoulder? I feel better already, right? I didn't see an expressed consent. Yeah, 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 no, that's okay. I'm your therapist here. I'm your therapist. We'll get through this. We'll get through this. We'll get through this together. We'll get through it together. But it's okay. It's okay, Mister hiding behind another person's avatar and name guy. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone telling me to be myself and then scream in pain when they see my tentacles. When they see, I see what you did there. They see my. I like that. I like that. That's good chicken nuggets. But anyway, yeah, guys. So getting back to it, I don't think that theaters are going to go anywhere. Will studios think more about what movies they want to release at theaters? Absolutely. I think because after this, it is going to be a wake up call to a lot of studios and things like that they need to start pinching their pennies just a little bit more, not spending so big of budgets on some of these movies. Because there's a whole lot of movies that come out that have these really high budgets, and it's like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing with this money? Like, this is an insane amount of money to make this movie for some of this stuff. Like, did you guys recently hear about Scorsese wanting all kinds of money to go and make another film? Like, I still haven't got. Oh my god, oh my, I touched my. Oh no, I keep doing it. Oh, sorry, I thought I was getting the Rona. I touched my face. But some of these movies don't need the inflated budgets they have. I think when it comes to like even a movie like a Trolls World Tour, where a lot of that money probably went to, and Universal probably owns the rights to a lot of those songs, is music rights. You know what I mean? As well as paying people, the stars of the movie to come into it, but is music rights. And I think a lot of these companies are gonna have to maybe start thinking about the deals that they're making and negotiating, and maybe start doing stuff for maybe a little bit lower price, because it's something that's mutually beneficial to both sides there, for them to do those things and try to keep budgets low and stuff like that, so they can make more money and make things you know what I mean? Honestly, because at this point, studios are going to start thinking about things like that and cutting budgets and stuff like that. Movies might not be made. Certain movies that would have been made a couple years ago aren't going to be made in a couple years from now. It really does kind of depend on how that's going to go. So yeah, I don't know. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Let me know down in the comments below. The next thing I wanted to talk about was theaters. Are theaters even going to come back? We've been hearing all these stories that the AMC and Cinemarks and all of those different all the big theater chains are in trouble. Obviously, just because they're closed down and things are basically they're being forced to be closed in the first place. Just because everything's closed down doesn't mean the rent's not due. And so there's all this talk that the theaters may not recover. They may not be able to open up and all these different kinds of things. And what do you guys think about that? Do you think the theaters are going to open back up soon enough? I mean, as soon as they're able to, are theaters going to be opening back up? And if so, to what capacity? Are things there going to be any differently? I will share my one opinion on this one thing, and it's the same thing that applies to just about everything else when it comes to the current pandemic and everything. And no, I'm not trying to understate it and say that this pandemic that's going on isn't serious or anything like that. But it's nothing new. There's been sicknesses out there and diseases out there that have affected and killed people for years. Look at diabetes. You know, we're not shutting down businesses and stuff, and going into stores and telling them you can't sell these snack cakes, you can't sell this candy because it leads this sugar is bad for you. Those people that got diabetes, they can't have sugar. We're not sitting there making them sending people out to do their grocery shopping. to make sure that they don't eat things that have sugar in them, or making sure that they're having, we don't have people, we're not giving them dietitians saying you have to listen to what this person says, and if you don't eat what this dietitian says, that diabetes is going to get you and kill you. We're saving you from yourself. All that aside, all that aside, when theaters open back up, I think things won't be back to normal, because I think a lot of, not necessarily for a while, because people are, some people out there are very leery of everything going on out there. When you got to realize that everything that's going on right now is no different than anything that's ever gone on before. Viral sicknesses and everything have spread the same for decades, for centuries, for the beginning of time. Just right now, we have one that is that's been deadly to a lot of people, and they're trying to find a way to handle it. Okay, but the same precautions that that you will soon take for this are the same precautions that you could take for anything else. I keep hearing all these people saying, "Oh, the game has changed." The game hasn't changed. We're just dealing with it in a different way right now. And I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but that is definitely one thing to take into consideration. But I think soon enough theaters will be back open. Like me, I'm not scared of standing next to somebody in public and all that kinds of stuff. I mean, I get it. If you're sick, you're sick. When it comes to the sickness, and I don't want to talk about get into the thing of the sickness. When it comes to the sickness, you're either going to get sick or you're not. That's how it's going to happen. You're either going to get really sick or you're going to get a little sick. There's just various stages that things affect people differently. So, how does that apply to things everywhere else out there in the world? The grocery stores, the food restaurants, the theaters. Are things going to change there? I don't think things are going to change there. I don't believe things are going to are going to change. I think that what the change will be is the people who are willing to get back into the theater and who want to go back to the theater, more so than it is the theaters and what people and businesses are going to do things differently, precautions. Because really, I mean, a lot of these kinds of things come down to us. Come down to us as human beings, safeguarding yourselves and things like that. Like, I'll tell you one thing. When we go, when we used to go places like Disneyland and stuff like that, when we had annual passes, when we'd go sit down to eat lunch at some of these places, like there at the park, we had our own wipes. We took our own wipes and we cleaned the tables and all of that stuff. We went and washed our hands before we sit down to eat, because we've been in the park touching everything, and, well, maybe not everything, but you know what I mean. We do that kinds of stuff. Precautions. These are precautions that, you take. The same kind of precautions that you'd basically take with what's going on right now. So, that being said, are theaters going to open back up after this pandemic, even with knowing that they're hurting financially and everything like that? Absolutely, they're going to open up. Because even if they don't have the money to open up, there's somebody else out there that does have the money. Somebody out there that will buy the controlling stake in the company, that will buy out the companies or anything like that. There's somebody out there with the money. There's somebody always out there ready to capitalize on certain things. That's why people invest their money. That's why you have rich people and that run these kind of businesses. There are people out there. There are investors out there. There are all different kinds of people out there that are willing to go into these kind of businesses, buy them out, take them over, make some changes, and do what they can to improve things. And I think that same thing is going to apply to the movie theaters. Just the same as I've been talking about here on the channel, I think the same thing applies to the comic industry. And we can see there's already talk about having different distributors out there and things like that. And it's something that needs to happen. We can see what's happening right now with the comic industry, where they're having to shut down because of Diamond. If Diamond can't open its doors back up because they can't perform financially, what's going to happen? They're going to probably sell out to somebody else. Somebody's going to come buy them out. Or somebody's going to make the investment into the company. And obviously, contract, they'll work that thing out legally. But ultimately, it's really coming into a buyout more than anything, is it not? Because nobody really in their right mind would want to just invest in that and not have the say so and not be buying out the company, because that's a huge risk. So these all these different kinds of things coming to play. All these industries, they're not going away. What it is somebody else will step in if there is that actual real threat, and there is that actual real threat out there already right now. So that's just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. But that's just how I'm feeling about it. There is no real threat to like the AMC's, the Cinemarks, these big theater chains. They will return. Same with the comics. They will return. What capacity might be a little bit different. It might be a little bit different. But let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and kind of recap what we've been talking about here before we get here into the last of the comments and end the show. But basically, kind of started off, here on the show talking about Trolls World Tour. I got a chance to rent that, here for the next couple of days. Probably going to watch it another time or two, see how it is. I know the kids have probably already watched it like twice now at least. It's a pretty decent movie. If you got kids, they like the first one, definitely go out and rent it. It's not as heartfelt or as fun as the first one. I don't know that it has the rewatchability of the first one, but is it worth that $20 to rent it for a stream? If you've got kids, absolutely. If you're into this property, absolutely, it's worth the $20. Just go do it. Watch it for a couple days. Then after that, we got in and talked a little bit about the streaming services and, will things like this, like Trolls World Tour, considering the small amount of success that it's had on streaming, will this affect how movies are going to be released and not be released at theaters anymore? To which I say, it's going to make studios think more about what movies they actually want to put into theaters as opposed to doing for streaming services and things like that. And then we did also get here into some talk about movie theaters and will they be opening back up, considering they are in severe financial distress right now. And again, my conclusion is that yes, they will be coming back. There are people out there with money, ready to make investments, ready to buy out companies. There's always somebody out there willing to go into these industries and things like that. I can say, like with the comic distributor thing, I know I was told by my LCS owner, he said that the drummer for System of a Down is a huge comic fan and at one point was trying to start a comic distribution company, as well as I think he was actually trying to start up like a comic line and everything as well. So there's people out there who want this stuff to continue. You know what I mean? Not just the readers and stuff neither. There's people out there with the money that want these things to continue. They will be back. Rest assured. Things will eventually go back to normal. It's not going to be the new normal. It's just everybody's gonna call it that right now. I mean, the world has been through these kinds of things, plagues, pandemics, and things like that before. This one's just being handled a little bit differently. It's just being handled because it's been a while since something has kind of hit humanity in the same way that this one has. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get in here into the last of the chats and see what you guys had to say before we end up closing out this show here. Let's see. Did our friend return? Did our friend return? Hey, that's my thigh. What? um, I was in during. Don't ask, don't tell. I didn't ask, but I was told. Told. Still my brother's. He gave his eye to the Rona. I heard people calling it the Roni. Yeah, the Roni. Do you like Jack Nicholson? Do like Jack Nicholson. Take 3% of the gross. Yeah. Theaters are too profitable not to come back. I think they're too profitable for the studios. I don't necessarily know that they're too profitable for the theater owners. But they are the outlet for being able to make a shitload of money. So absolutely, I agree with you that they're basically. I mean, they make. They're the way to access people's money, and for them to not come back would be ridiculous. Yeah, yeah. So I believe I'm with you there, Chicken Nuggets. Absolutely. I think Rent Free on the Lonely Island. Oh, theaters actually aren't that profitable. It's why snacks cost so much. Most of the ticket sales go to the studios, right? And maybe the studios need to think about renegotiating that with the theaters. Maybe lowering their percentage that they're taking and letting the theaters have a little bit more. is that going to happen? I doubt it. But that's what needs to do. Not the theater ticket prices don't need to go up. The theaters need to renegotiate that shit to get their profits up, their profit margin up from ticket sales. Absolutely. Right? We aren't banning Twinkies, right? Yeah, and that's something that should be. Trump said that it was Belgium's and the rest of Europe's fault that there's so much shit in America's now due to COVID-19. He's just yeah, it's like it's nobody's fault. I mean, it's just I mean there obviously there is somebody at fault, but like things like that when things like that happen, things spread. You know, like all you can really do is and hindsight's 2020. You know what I mean? You can say that now, looking back 2 weeks ago. Yeah, sure. Or 3 weeks ago, or a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Yeah, sure. Now, but at the time, I mean, you don't know. I mean, things right now are going unprecedented. So yeah, absolutely. I need chicken nuggets. It's not just the tickets. There's TV rights and merchandise and stuff. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you there, chicken nuggets. I'm with you there. Burke the nurse says, "What's up, Stormbreaker?" USMC Rebel says, "I live in a small city with an opioid problem. I don't want to stand next to them anyway." Right, right. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. We're here where I live at, man. It's a lot of man. There's a lot of meth heads, crack heads. There's like a lot of the dregs of Los Angeles end up here. We can open again. Just keep taking precautions. If you're that worried or that high risk, you stay home. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's that simple. It's that simple. Yeah, take precautions. You know, if you're that worried, stay home. And that's okay. You know, and I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not. I don't want to make fun of anybody that's that worried about it. Because if you're that worried about it and you're that at risk, do what you have to do. Absolutely, 100%. Do what you have to do. I'm not saying that. I mean, you know, absolutely. I mean, people need to do. People need to take their own level of precautionary measures. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure people are going to give up on their aggressively relaxing says. I'm pretty sure people are going to give up on their investment of building and film studios. Also, artists will definitely never want to have a big party to release their work again. Film is over. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's over. It's over. It's over. You ever see Portlandia? They did the. This is a skit. You gotta look it up. Look up Portlandia over here on YouTube. You're welcome. Great skit. Great skit. Fred Armisen's hilarious. Um, Go to a live play if you're not missing a great form of entertainment. Yeah. Live play, absolutely. Every single show is just a little different. Yeah, definitely. Aggressively says the second Trolls is great. I know so many rock trolls, right? Yeah, I thought well, I wouldn't say the second Trolls movie is great. I thought it was okay. It was okay. I wouldn't use great. I would say it was okay. If you like the first one, it was good. Just not as heartfelt. Studios are more likely to buy theaters altogether. I don't think they can. I don't think studios can own the theaters. I think there's like a law or a rule somewhere about that they can't actually do that. I won't confess to know about that. I just know I remember hearing on the Campia show they were talking about that one day. LB says they can't own Okay, yeah, there we go. Can't own movie theaters. Stormberger says China, and I don't mean the Chinese people. I mean the Chinese government that isn't being honest with the rest of the world. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that. I mean, you have that to blame on them. Yeah, there's about blame to go around. Yeah, certainly. Yeah, certainly. Doesn't Disney already own a bunch of theaters? I think they own some theaters, but I'm not sure how that works with that because like the El Capitan, I think they own that. I'm not sure how that works though. United States versus Paramount Pictures Incorporated. Okay, yeah. CLB knows about it. USMC Rebel says. James says, "I'm not making fun of anyone, but my liberties don't end where your fear begins." Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No. And I didn't think you were making fun of everybody. I'm just saying I'm not trying to make fun. Like, cause people have their different levels of precaution, and hey, I get that. I think you understand that too. Dogs are our friends, not our food. Have you ever tasted a dog? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Burke the Nerd says the law just got changed. Which one? The law on the studios being able to own theaters? I don't know. I don't know. Peter Colabucci, thank you so much for being here. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. Also, I hope you're all doing well. In case you guys missed the beginning of the show, and I was wishing you all well. Burke the Nerd says so I think that they can now. So I think they can now, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, because I do remember. I mean, it was probably not even a month ago. They were talking about that on the Campia show, and they were talking about that about a month ago on the Campia show, and that was what they were talking about, was that they can't actually own them. It didn't get changed. The Department of Justice filed a motion. Okay, yeah, and that. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay, it didn't get changed. They filed a motion, and I guess that's the thing there. Also, yeah, that kind of. I'm not sure how that would work out, because obviously if Universal owns a theater, and obviously they'd want to put a Disney movie in there, but are they going to give it as much attention as they are one of their theaters? Are they going to give it as many screens as they would one of their movies that's competing with it, and all that kinds of stuff? And I think that's where a lot of that starts to come in at. Dogs are carnivores and carnivores are not tasty. Right? Probably not. Correct. Predators don't eat other predators except in great desperation. Yes. But, gotcha. Gotcha. Got him. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's really anything that's in threat. I mean, are things going to be slow for a while? Yeah, as the dust starts to settle on everything, as we get past as we move past this pandemic, yes. I do think it's going to take some time and everything, but I don't think there's anything that's really in any kind of dire straits. Movies will be back, theaters will be open, comics will be back, LCSs will be open, businesses will be open. Everything will soon return. Just how soon, and will it be soon enough? That's the ultimate thing. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for today's morning movie chat. I hope you're all doing very well today. I hope you have a great rest of your week and have some videos dropping here throughout the rest of the week. Finally, you know what? I got a video I've tried to shoot like 4 different times, and I just wasn't satisfied with it. Yesterday, I went and I finally filmed it, and I got it right. I'm like, yes, this is it. And then I went back and I started editing it, and I'm like, crap, man. Gotta reshoot it. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you all so much for being here today. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe. Click the little bell, all of that good stuff. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Give it a thumbs down if you don't like it either. It's all good. I totally understand. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm not a cup of tea anyway. I'm a man. Merman. Anyway, you all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next. I cut myself off there. We'll see you all in the next video. Later.